Hello again. This is Fun This Time podcast, and we have Theresa Lambert with us, and she has some exciting news to tell us. So, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. Thanks for having me. My biggest exciting news actually is that I just published my book, Achieve with Grace, A Guide to Elegance and Effectiveness in Places. And it takes you through my hotelier journey and now what I'm sharing as a coach with people to really help them, step into their power, to create renewed focus, leadership impact, and bounce back from burnout as well. So, yeah, that has been super exciting, and I even made the #1 bestseller list in the
Awesome.
hot new releases category for women in business, which was amazing.
I bet it's exciting. Something that you created and it made it to the top, right? That what a accomplishment.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think that sometimes you know, we get so stuck in wanting something to happen. And this time I was really focused on just the process and I was enjoying writing the book and I published it and I was like, this is amazing. I've already won. And then that happened. So it's been a big celebration and a huge win. And I couldn't be happier.
How long it took you to write the book?
I actually did it relatively quick, I guess, in book terms. It took me 5 months from the point of starting to actually publishing the book. I also feel like the pandemic helped with that.
Yeah.
When everything went into, we call it lockdown here in Canada, I just found this process of writing so soul cleansing.
Hmm.
And so I just took all my time and energy and put it in the book, and it was great.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
Thank
So,
you.
can you tell us a little bit about the book? Like, um, I know you mentioned leadership and finding yourself. So, um, what is the main idea? What is the
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've always been a very ambitious sort of woman, but I've always found that as a woman in business, we have to somehow prove ourselves that we're worthy, that we can make it. And so what ended up happening for me throughout my journey of, really creating a lot of success for myself at a young age, I ended up burning out and really started to feel quite resentful towards my work and what I was doing. And what I realized was that there was so much behind that. So I spent a few years studying human behavior and psychology and coaching and all those different things that make us human, and realize that we contribute so much to the experience we have. So the book is really my way to help people find a way to achieve success, but do it in a way that's elegant, do it in a way that's focused and intentional. And that brings that, I almost want to say that feminine side to things. It's not just about just getting things done all the time. It's about doing it in a way that makes us enjoy life as well, and to really, absorb those moments where we have our highs and take time to actually celebrate them rather than jumping onto what's next. So it takes you on a journey, which is really also how I help my clients and how I help myself to bounce back from burnout and find a different way of leading myself and other people, which is to sort of explore what's your story, who are you behind those typical markers of success, and what is it that you actually want. And then once you've determined this, you move into what I call intention, which is really becoming intentional with your time, your the way you show up for people. And part in the book is all about how can we bring moments where you're able to re-energize your body and your mind, so you show up so much more powerfully and so much more energized, and it really creates this beautiful space for you to operate in. And that is what I call really, now go into this concept more, but I call it self-management mastery. And it's really your ability to know, use, and apply how your thoughts, words, and actions create an actual experience you want out of life.
That's so cool. I think we all need to reflect in that, right? We need to find our why and, enjoy the process. There's no point in having the journal if you're not going to enjoy that journey on the way.
Yeah, 100%. I think that we have, maybe a lot of us have grown up, and I think this probably speaks true to a lot of people, with this idea that we always need to focus on the results, need to have something to show for, whether it's, the money we earn, or the title we have, or the career we have, or the home we have, or the car we have. There's always this external marker that we define success with. And what ends up happening is that you realize that it doesn't matter of the title, it doesn't matter what car you have or where you live, if you don't enjoy it, and if you don't enjoy your life. It doesn't matter what you have and what you own, or what you have to show for. And so that was a deep realization for me. And then figuring out, what drives us to want to be so focused on that, rather than enjoying the process and being right in this present moment, which is a powerful thing when you're actually connected to what's happening right now.
Yeah, it is. So you mentioned COVID-19, you mentioned all these stay at home COVID pandemic, right? So what do you find that it helped you speed up the process of writing your book? All this kind of the world stopped, right, for a minute. It slows down, like it never happened, right? And now we have all this time in our life that a lot of people don't even know what to do with it. What made you use it productively to accomplish something that you were trying to do?
I think that at the end of the day, when COVID hit, I had just I just actually left my corporate job as a general manager in January. That was my career for almost 20 years. I was managing hotels and I loved it. But then I sort of found my passion with coaching and consulting. And so I had a fair bit of business that was lined up. And unfortunately, when COVID hit, I lost it. And so, like you said, it opened up all sorts of space for me. And writing this book, or writing any book really, was a dream of mine, always something that I wanted to do, but I never, felt I had really the time and focus. And so after I lost some of the business that I had accounted time for, like you said, I had all this time. And so I just thought, what, let's start writing. And the interesting part of that was that as I was writing, I started to realize that it was, almost soul cleansing for me, that writing process. And I became super motivated around writing. So I think I actually, was able to, the words were just coming out. And I think because it slowed, everything slowed down, like you said, I live in a resort town, and we've went from having, thousands and thousands of people in resort to everybody leaving in a 48-hour period, and there being no one around. I couldn't even hear the road anymore. It was so quiet. And in that quietness and in that stillness, I just had this creative burst. And like I said, it was like a cleansing almost. I was sort of, reliving my journey as a general manager, the situations that I sort of encountered along the way and what I did about it. So it was just this really beautiful way for me to also close a chapter of my life and at the same time open a new one. And I think that helped help me with some of the momentum and to just keep going.
And what pay off, right? A bestseller. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
You know,
Amazing. Yeah, I published a book during a global pandemic. I guess only so many authors will be able to, even say that. So it became a bestseller. It's amazing. Yeah, I didn't expect that, and so it was just the best thing ever. Like I'm still starstruck about it myself, because I'm like, what? That happened? Yeah, it was incredible. It's incredible.
so are you going to have like, well, I guess now everything is virtual, right? So is there like how you going to do a book tour and all the other stuff that normally goes with it? How's that going to come
Yeah,
around?
everything's been online. Yeah.
That's okay. And so any new project now that that is, accomplished? Are you going to start a new book? Are you going to, you have anything else right now you're working on? Because what
Yeah,
that,
I'm actually, with the book finished, I've been focused a lot on just spreading that message and sharing that. I am planning on launching a new program, which will become my signature program, that will ultimately teach all the tools and all the things that are in my book in an actual group program. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm just working on curating that, and that should be launching in January. That is the plan. So I'm just working on that right now, and I've got loads of planned for fall.
fall?
Now this time where it's really important for us to slow down, as we're heading into winter, at least in the northern hemisphere, and so the days are getting shorter and things are changing, and there's so much uncertainty out there right now, and I think it's the string that connects us all still. What's going to happen, and people have a lot of questions. So my focus as we're heading just into this fall will really be to do some workshops and some group intensives where I'll be heavily talking about what it means to really slow down and how we can embrace this season of change. So rather than resisting the change, we move with it. And it's another way of, sort of leading with more of an elegant way, because we're not fighting the change, we're literally leaning into what that change could bring for us and how we can make it work for us at the same
Yeah.
time.
And I think that's the big problem that everybody's having right now. Change always being scary, and we had so much change in the last half a year, right? And it doesn't stop. So what to do with that change? What figure out a way that works for you that make it come up on top at the end of this craziness, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
and you managed to do that. You definitely did. And in a very exciting way. So that's pretty awesome. What what golden nuggets will you share with our listeners? Like, how can they find um, that path for themselves?
Yeah, I think that one of the big things or themes that I've always sort of carried with me is this idea that we evolve. We evolve as people, and our businesses evolve. And so when we bring that attitude towards everything we do, then when outside circumstances change, we can use it as another invite to evolve. How can we evolve where we're at as people? How can we evolve where we're at in our businesses? And it's so easy to right now to lean into that fear factor that change can bring. And so I think that would be one golden nugget I would have, would be to just use it to help you evolve, because you might end up in a much better place than you were before, simply by inviting that change into your life and into your business and rolling with it. And I know that can be incredibly tough in this kind of environment, and including myself, it's not been an easy year. 2020 has had many roller coaster rides of ups and downs, but this whole idea that we can evolve and that we can try again, and we can mold ourselves and shape ourselves the way we want to, and we have control over that. That's been something that's kept me going, and that keeps me going all the time. And I think it's part of the reason I was able to, write that book, and that it became a bestseller, because I was focused on how can I evolve and how can I show up and share some important messages, with the world that needs it right now.
Awesome. That's a great message. Thank you for sharing that. So where our listeners can find you? Where can they buy your book?
Yeah, absolutely. So the book is published through Amazon. You can grab it just on Amazon.com and just search for the book title, which is Achieve with Grace. And it's also on the Apple Books. And if you want to connect and see what else I'm up to on a day-to-day, the best place to do that is my Instagram channel, which is at Theresa Lambert Coaching.
I'm sure our listeners are going to be looking up for the book, and they will definitely enjoy the message. It's awesome, and it's a message of hope, right? That after all these, we can actually achieve what we want to, or work hard for. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is hope. I love that you say that. It is hope, and we can't give up.
No, we can't, because even when it stands still, it keeps changing. The world keeps going.
That's right. One thing that I heard recently was from Michael Hyatt, and he said that we have made it through 100% of our most difficult days at every moment. And I just thought that was so powerful, because we always forget what we've always been through, and we will get through this as well.
Well, it was an honor to have you. Do you have any last words for our listeners?
I just wanted to, thank you first up, and, for everyone's listening, just keep hanging in there. Don't hang your dreams up in the closet and close the door. They're well worth pursuing. And if you believe that it's possible, you can achieve anything you want. Just keep that faith strong. Keep going after those dreams. Don't give up on them. You will always have this guiding North Star if you keep your dreams alive. So just keep going, and know that you're not alone.
That's awesome. And we look forward to read your book and to the upcoming books that I'm sure that's not going to be the last one that you're going to do. You already started on top, right? So we definitely got to expect more of your message.
Thank you.
And thank you for being my guest. Hope to hear again from you soon.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye. And this was For This Time.